Welcome to a new program. My name is Daniel Ibrahim. As one journeys further into the month of Kiyak, one looks no further than the love bestowed upon us through the incarnation of God the Word. As St. Gregory the theologian states in his liturgy, "As a good shepherd you have sought after that which had gone astray, and as a true father you have travailed with me, I who had fallen." Emulating our first father, the Church has termed its shepherds various plays on the word father, such as Abuna or Ava. What characterizes true fatherhood in the Orthodox Church? Moreover, what role do the early Church fathers play in the safeguarding of the sound faith? And how much credence is given to them, and what do they have to say about the value in receiving the incarnate Word? As the Church progresses through this joyful season, I wish to remind you of the significance of who is to be received. The first father who I wish to introduce to you today on our journey through Kiyak is Saint Irenaeus, a bishop and hero martyr in what is now modern-day France in the 2nd century. He writes, quote, "The invisible is become visible, the incomprehensible is become comprehensible, and the impassable passable, and the Logos is become man, recapitulating all things in himself," end quote. Why did Christ have to be born specifically? Why was it not suitable for God to simply declare the forgiveness of man from heaven? Regarding the birth of Christ and the new birth of man, St. Irenaeus writes, "How shall man pass into God, unless God has first passed into man? And how shall men escape from the generation subject to death, if not by means of a new generation, through faith in that generation given in a wonderful manner by God, as a sign of salvation? I mean that which was from the Virgin," end quote. If God assured that should man eat or touch of the fruit, he shall surely die, and if the wages of sin truly is death, then someone is to receive justice for the law God has established. Yet it cannot be anyone. For if it were a regular man, then he is subject to the same bondage as everyone born of women, born of the original sin, inherited from Adam and Eve. And even if it was a regular man, one man cannot account for the sins of the rest of the human race. But it cannot be God, because being God assumes infallibility. And if God is all perfect, then he cannot be under the bondage of sin. Therefore, it must be one that assumes our nature, who is both fully human and fully divine. It is for this reason that the Son of God became the Son of Man, so that the man would through Christ become a son of God. What will be the points highlighted by the fathers? God, in his inconceivable wisdom and foreknowledge, knew of the susceptibility of man to fall. Yet in his benevolent love for us, he created us, calling each and every one of us by name to his kingdom, and to be restored once again to be united with him in his glory. That is not enough, however. Imagine for but a moment, a priest is coming to sleep at your place tonight. Will you not prepare and refresh his room to be as pleasing as possible? How about a bishop? You'd clean the entire house. How about the Pope? Why, the city would be beaming, and everything nearby would be prepared to receive one esteemed with honor. Therefore, how much more should we prepare to receive Christ the Word of the Father in our very hearts, which we not only receive in this season, but every time we partake of the Eucharist? Let us therefore examine ourselves to behold that which we are about to receive, and to further understand the magnanimity of God's love for us. Tune in next time for a new episode of Kiyak in the Eyes of the Fathers.